Ah, man, dude, it just makes you feel away. It's weird. Well, I finally made it up to Moab, Utah to ride the Whole Enchilada. Luckily enough, I have my buddy Mondo out here. That way I don't, well, if I do die, he can hold my body back. But yeah, this is absolutely insane. We've been riding for about 5 miles. So we've got like 30 miles to go, 29 miles to go. It's incredible. This is by far already my favorite ride I've ever done. If you guys haven't been up here yet, just make it. It's worth the trip. This is absolutely incredible. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the trail.
Just having fun.
Cool, yeah, I just didn't want to hold you guys up.
I thought you said you wanted to kick your ass. That was the other guy.
Oh crap. I finally made it up to Moab, Utah to ride the Whole Enchilada. Being from Farmington, New Mexico and only 3 hours away from Moab, if you run into another mountain biker who's been doing it for a while, one of the first questions I always ask is, have you done the Whole Enchilada? I've watched tons of videos on this and I knew it was something I was going to eventually do. This is only my second season mountain biking, and with that said, I wish I would have had another year of mountain biking underneath me before I went and tackled this trail. YouTube and the GoPro effect on these YouTube videos don't really show you what you're walking into. I've rode bike parks, I've rode double black diamonds at bike parks. There's something about the Whole Enchilada. Nothing is really insane about it. There's not like any crazy drops or crazy jumps that you have to deal with, but just the physicality of it and just the technicality of a lot of the downhill segments and even the uphill like little climb segments that you don't see a lot in most of the YouTube videos online. This is a very taxing trail and you definitely need to be a competent rider in order to tackle this trail. Me and my buddy made it through just fine. As you've seen, I had a couple crashes on it. One of them I don't really count. The over the bar scenario was kind of just weird and I guess inexperience on my part. I enjoyed pretty much the whole trail. I don't like heights and I don't like exposure, and I knew going into this that this trail had a lot of it, and I knew I was just going to walk quite a bit of the trail because it just messes with my brain and my nerves just being on high stuff. That being said, it's still my favorite trail I've ever rode, and I cannot wait to go back next season to ride it. I'm going to try and make it up there 2 more times and just maybe take my time more on the next time I go up there and really enjoy it. Hazard County, what I'm riding right now, was my favorite part, along with the Kokopelli Trail, which Kokopelli Trail is just a 2-track Jeep road, but you get a bomb down it and fly down it, so it's actually a lot of fun. When I get to UPS, LPS, and Porcupine Rim, I'll go over what I thought of those sections of trail. If you guys are thinking about making this happen and coming to Moab, Utah to ride this trail, I more than recommend it, but just know that YouTube doesn't do it justice, and it will beat you up, but it's worth every bit. Oh gosh. can tell Kokopelli is really just a Jeep road that you get a bomb down. I think my top speed on this was like 29, 30 miles per hour, something like that. So you can really get going. It's a lot of fun just to bomb down after dealing with kind of switchbacky turns and high mountain in Hazard County. I actually thought that Mondo threw a spoke right here because as you could see in the screen, something flew at my face. So I was trying to get him to stop. But yeah, Kokopelli was actually a lot of fun, and I think a lot of people will kind of complain about this section and then also LPS. But I actually had a lot of fun riding Kokopelli.
I was on your shit, so I couldn't see where we were going. Hey, hold up your bike though. Stop. Stop. I could have swore you threw a spoke at me, man. I don't know what hit me, but it was not natural.
So UPS is where we see that I have both my crashes. The first OTB that I have was kind of, I don't know, I really thought my front tire was going to roll over that rock, and whatever, it happens, I guess. Second crash, I was trying to see where a drop kind of let off, and I didn't want to hit it blind, and I accidentally punched a tree. But yeah, other than that, UPS is very interesting. A lot of the videos don't really show that it is a lot more pedally than you kind of anticipate. Whenever you watch the YouTube videos, you kind of think you get a bomb down this entire trail, but UPS is, like I said, really pedally. There is quite a bit of exposure, and there are some spots that if you're just not paying attention and you decide to ride off to the right, you're gonna, well, just not be here anymore, because there's no coming back from the drop that's to the right and some of the exposure that you deal with. But even someone like me who's scared of heights and doesn't like exposure, there's only one section on UPS where I was like, I'm going to walk this, just because it's the vertigo that I get, and just being up there was just too much. But other than that, it's all really rideable stuff, and I actually really enjoyed it. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the trail, including Hazard County. But everything after UPS is where it kind of fell off for me. I do like techie climbs, but after, you know, a couple hours of it and pedaling through so many tech climbs, I got kind of tired of it. So I am looking forward to doing this trail again on a trail bike. It's something that has less travel in the rear. My enduro bike did a great job on the descents, no shocker there. But just having 160 mil of travel in the back and 170 in the front for some of the more techie climbs and whatnot, I was wishing that I had something with less travel and was a little bit lighter and just a little bit easier on the climbs. Once again, my enduro bike did an awesome job, but just was finding myself wanting a trail bike out there. I still think an enduro bike is a great choice for this trail, but just my opinion.
Getting clipped in right here is the fun stuff. Like being able to click, click.
I guess that's another side note I should have mentioned. The reason I was saying that getting clipped in on, you know, little rolls like that where you don't really have much time. Mondo, the guy who I'm actually with, has never rode clipless pedals. He chose this trail to get used to clipless pedals, and definitely had a couple close calls on some exposure where he couldn't get clipped out. And yeah, he stressed me out for the whole ride, and he rode a lot more of it than I was wishing that he would have rode. Yeah, it was definitely stressful.
Oh gosh. Let's stay in the crack. I'm fine. You good? But that really... I'm stuck. Ugh. Come on. I did not expect that to stop my bike that bad. This one? No, this one. It just stopped. I'm like, good, right? Yeah, it's a really low speed one. The sound of my just air going.
Well, it's funny because it's exactly like you told me, and make just a little bit more speed on it, you probably
Or it would have been way worse. One of the two. Oh, that was embarrassing. Oh, I hate not knowing. Did what? Oh, nice. Ooh, that's a nice little techie climb. Good stuff. Okay, you good? I just heard noises. I couldn't hear what you were saying. Okay. Restroom? We got restrooms out here? I am so glad that I did that the first try. There's a rock right there, yeah. I can't believe what I'm riding on right now. I'm like, hug the fucking tree. Oh my gosh, dude. Get me away from the edge. I'm all stretched out now. Don't die. Okay. I'm good. Oh, I just hit my nuts though. Ah, I'm fine.
Get it on the frame.
Testicles just, yeah, trying to save it. Oh, I'm gonna be here a little bit. Oh, I almost saved that one.
Like I mentioned earlier, LPS is definitely probably my least favorite part of the trail. It's definitely not bad. It actually has some decent downhill. A lot more pedaling than I'd like, and if I was a better rider, you can actually bomb this and probably save a lot of your energy. I just wasn't carrying a lot of speed. We stopped a lot for just little sections and whatnot. We were tired. But yeah, LPS for the whole ride was the most lackluster section for me. It's, once again, not terrible, but just wasn't the highlight of the trail, that's for sure.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. You good?
Broke the chain.
Shut up.
Yes, sir.
So as you can see, going into Porcupine Rim, probably the highlight of the whole trail system that everyone talks about, I had a broken chain. So I was running a lot on just maintaining momentum, and I couldn't pedal through a lot of this. And like I mentioned at the beginning, exposure and heights isn't my friend, and having 2 crashes previous and then looking ahead of me and seeing how much exposure I was going to have to be dealing with, I was kind of happy that my chain was broken and that I was going to, you know, bummer, I'm going to have to walk this section. That being said, I don't care how many years on a mountain bike I have, how much better I get, I'm probably never riding this. And it's really, at the end of the day, just asking myself, is this worth it? Do like the risk versus reward? It's amazing. I get riding exposure trails and stuff like this is part of mountain biking, especially with where I'm from, you know, Moab area, and like not just being 3 hours away from Moab and having all of this stuff around me. It's definitely what everyone likes to ride, being on an exposure, but it's just not my cup of tea. It's amazing. The views are incredible. So even though I was stuck walking my bike, 1, because my chain was broken, and 2, just because I would have been walking my bike anyways, it was worth walking my bike through this because it's beautiful and I had time to take in the scenery and look at everything. And also just question what mad people are riding this trail, because that is insane. Kudos to everyone who does ride this. To each your own, but just it's not for me. I'm going to walk this every single time I ride this trail. I might ride a little bit more of it whenever I do have a chain, but for the most part, what I'm walking here, I'm always going to be walking. And also, on another side note, unfortunately, my GoPro bugs out at the end of the trail, and I don't have me riding to all the way back to Moab. I don't know what happened with my GoPro, but it is what it is. The whole enchilada is amazing. I can't wait to get out there and do another video on it, where I, you know, am a little bit more comfortable on the bike and just, you know, don't break my chain, and I don't know, just have more time to go enjoy it, because I only had 1 day to make this happen. I'm glad I did. And if, once again, you're thinking about going to ride the whole enchilada in Moab, Utah, I more than recommend it. You're gonna have a blast.
So unclip.
I can't.
My dude, that is the worst. You mother.
Don't believe me. I tried so hard to get my foot out, and I was like, I can't.
Gosh.
You guys want to know. That's what was on the opposite side of me. Anyway,
I'm gonna do a whole just separate video on yours. Learning how to ride clips on the whole enchilada.